How are you doing? It's me again, back with my rickety old table. Oh, what have we got here? A Christmas present? No, don't be silly. It's only June. No. Let me show you. This is my box of Crochearrings. And today, despite me telling you numerous times that this is not a tutorial channel, I thought I'd have a go at showing you how to make a pair. More specifically, a pair of the round ones. Now, if you've been to MakeDoMend before, you'll know that wherever possible, I try to gather all my materials for my makes sustainably and as cheaply as possible. So I thought I'd just show you this lovely box of embroidery threads that I've had for years and years and years. I think I bought it at a yard sale or a car boot sale or something. Anyway, I've used loads and loads of them now. It was stuffed when I got it. And I'm going to be using a 1.6mm hook. But you can really use anywhere between a 1.5 and a 1.8. I don't know how small your hook and how thin your yarn has to be for it to count as micro crochet. Genuinely no idea. If someone out there knows, please let me know in the comments. Now, as you can see, the first step is to do 12 double crochets into a magic ring. Or maybe not. And if you go and watch my fly curtain video, you'll know why I don't always like using magic rings. So instead, I'm going to make a little slippery slip stitch and crochet into that. First things first then, I'm going to do a chain 3 to get us up to the height that we need to complete round 1. Me personally, I don't include this chain 3 as a stitch. I don't know why. I just don't. It doesn't feel right. So don't include this chain 3 as your first stitch. Or do. I don't know. Whatever works for you. But basically you want to make sure that you work 12 stitches around for the first round. And when you get to the end of the round and you've done your 12 stitches, slip stitch into the top of the first stitch. Right, in the next round then, we are going to do another 2 double crochets into the top of each of the 12 double crochets in the previous round. So I'm going to join my yarn. The way I like to join a new colour of yarn is to do a slip stitch in the new yarn, stick the hook through one of the top stitches in the previous round, just a couple of stitches away from where I finished that round will do, because I want to try and make sure I crochet over my tails as I go. So yeah, anyway, slip the slip stitch onto the hook that I've already put through one of the stitches from the previous round, and then pull it through, attach it. And again, I'm going to do another 3 chain stitches just to bring the next row up to height, but I'm not counting that chain 3 as my first stitch. So then I'm going to go straight into the next stitch and do 2 double crochets and keep going all the way around until I've got 24 double crochets. And when I get to the end of round 2, I'm going to do the same again, do a slip stitch into the top of the first stitch from the previous round. Round number 3 then, kind of more of the same really, except this time we're doing single crochets instead of double. So we're going to join the thread in the exact same way, and we're going to do 2 single crochets in each of the tops of the 24 stitches from the previous round. When you get to the end of the round, finish with a slip stitch through the first stitch in the round like we have in the previous 2 rounds, and there you are done. Now, I didn't quite manage to crochet over the tails in the way I said I would, so now I'm just going to have to go and weave all these ends in. Bear with. And so now I've repeated the process to make another one, because you usually find earrings in pairs. Now, I haven't got time to show you how I made the other shapes, but there's plenty of YouTube videos out there that show you how you can. And I usually create a playlist to go along my videos with other videos that have inspired me while I've been, going through my creative process. So I've made a playlist to complement this one, and in there you can see how to make granny square, granny triangle, and a few different types of flowers. But honestly, like I say, there's hundreds of videos you can watch and make any shape you like, really. So now comes the step that looks a little bit odd. A little bit like crochet taxidermy, really. Again, if you go back and watch the video where I crocheted a fly curtain, you will know that I also coated the flowers for that in Mod Podge. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with these Crochearrings. The reason why is because kind of want to give these shapes a little bit of stability. They could be really, really floppy and just get really misshapen otherwise. So I'm pinning them down on a piece of polystyrene, front face down, and I'm just going to coat the backs in a layer of Mod Podge. Not loads, don't go mad, just enough to cover the whole surface, paying extra special attention to make sure you get it round the edges. You want those edges to be really stiff, because that's what we're going to use to put the earring fixings in a little while. And then we wait for them to dry. Right then, so I've come back the next day. They're lovely and dry, and they've got a real nice stiff texture now. However, they still feel really soft and silky on the front. Because I only put Mod Podge on the back, and because I didn't do too thick of a layer, it hasn't seeped through to the front, and they still feel really lovely. But they're rigid enough that they're not just going to lose shape within a couple of wears. Oh, and now you get the pleasure of watching me try and turn these things into earrings for a little bit. Look, I am by no means a jewellery maker. I am caggy-handed and I don't have the best eyesight, and I find this bit a real fiddly faff. You know how I feel about fiddly faff if you've been here before, but it's fine. I get there in the end. And once they're done, we can put them on a piece of cardboard for display purposes. Now, again, I like to recycle materials as much as I can. So this cardboard is packaging from various different foodstuffs. I think the blue card's from a box of Jaffa cakes. We've definitely got a pizza box in there. Oh, and the box from my coffee pods. So we make some holes using a little tiny baby hole punch, poke the earrings through, put the backs on, and job's a good un. There they are. I hope you like them. Ta-ra, Bob.